Okay, so today, as promised last week, we're going to talk about KDP Select. So for those who are new, maybe a bit of a terminology clarification. So this course is called KPI, Kindle Publishing Income. The platform on which you're going to publish your book is KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing. And the KDP Select is a option for your ebooks. It's basically like a marketing promotion tool. So that's the one that we're going to look into today. CJ, do you want to share your screen?
Yes, I do. Okay. So this is your Kindle Direct Publishing dashboard, what it will look like when you have it filled with books. And then when it comes to actually deciding, okay, I've got a book up and I want to utilize Kindle Select, then you would need to actually enroll your book when you're in the process of uploading it and filling out the forms here. And we actually did that in the last week's lesson. So if you want to go back in and look at that, we showed you how to do that for ebook, just filling out the forms and getting your ebook published. If for whatever reason you decided you just didn't you forgot to click on KDP Select, that's okay, because you can still decide to do it if you come over here where it says like promote and advertise. You can also hover over there as well and click on promote and advertise. Okay. And you can go in here and actually select it if you're not enrolled. It'll say unenrolled, and you could select it, or you could click this and manage it. This is auto enrolled. So I just want to make it very clear that if you forget to unenroll your book, it will automatically enroll it for you for another 90 days. So the enrollment period is 90 days. If you don't want it to be automatic, then just make sure you go in and manage that. For me, I just leave it because all of my books are in Kindle Select, because it's easier for me to manage it that way and do all of the page reads, and we'll go into explaining that a little bit more. But this is the area where you can manage it, choose it, disenroll, unenroll, that type of thing. What do you want to talk about the program, Virginie, and just go over the highlights of it?
Okay, so KDP Select is just for ebook. So it means that whatever you do, if you're doing paperback or low content book, that's not going to be part of this program. So it's only to promote your ebook. The second thing is it's 90 days. So the cycle is every 90 days. And as CJ just mentioned, if you don't stop, you will be automatically re-enrolled every 90 days cycle. The third thing that I want to stress is if you enrolled into KDP Select, you're not going to be able to promote your ebook anywhere else. So you cannot sell your ebook on any other platform. You can put a link of your ebook on your website or in a newsletter. Because you're not selling them, you are directing people to your Amazon URL for your ebook. So that's the kind of the overview of KDP Select. Once you're enrolled into KDP Select, you have two options. You can either run a price promotion, or you can run a Kindle countdown deal or a free book promotion. So we're going to look into each one of those a little bit in details. The pro and cons of enrolling into KDP. So I think I would always use this. Just even if just for 90 days, because no other platform has the kind of traffic that you get with Amazon. So I want to give a try, really give a big push in the first month or so, and see how it goes. And if it doesn't give me any results, I can always unenroll. stop enrolling and then try other platforms. So, but that's just my default position. And then you will see some of the other reasons why it is really beneficial because of the page read. You get paid even if people are not buying your book, but simply because they are enrolled into Kindle Unlimited, which is a program whereby you pay Amazon $10 a month and you can borrow 10 books and you can, and for every page that you read from those 10 books that you're borrowing, you're going to, as an author, you're going to be paid by Amazon. So that's the kind of big overview. Did I forget anything?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Nope.
All right, so do you want to maybe just do each one? Yeah, so let's.
Yes. So right here is where you can decide to either do a Kindle Countdown deal or a free book promo. So let's just click on create a new Kindle Countdown deal. And the marketplace that I would choose to do it at is Amazon.com, the US market, just because it's the biggest audience that you've got. So I would choose that store. And then it'll say, you know, how many days, for how long do you want to do this? So you can start and you can run it up to 7 days, but please just know that you don't have to do the full 7 days. So you could pick like 3 days if you wanted to. If you have an ebook that's priced fairly high though, it might be really beneficial to do the full 7 days. Let's say that you have a book that's like $8.99, an ebook that's $8.99, or a box set that's $9.99. What happens is it will, the Kindle Countdown deal starts at 99 cents. So no matter what your book is priced at, the next day your book will start at 99 cents, and then the next day it will go to $1.99, and then the next day it will go to $2.99. So it's this countdown where you're getting the most benefit. People get the most discounts when they buy the first day. So it encourages people, it's kind of like an impulse buy. It'll encourage people to get it while it's priced so low before the price slowly goes back up to $9.99 or whatever it is that you have it listed as. So you can see how it would be beneficial if you have a very high priced book to actually use the full 7 days, because then you can do the increments each day of 99 cents, $1.99, $2.99. So with this one though, I only need 3 increments because it's my price is $3.99, and then I would start it at 99 cents. It says that you can choose, but every time I've ever clicked on this sucker, it has never allowed me to choose which price point I want. So there you go. You have no choice, but the arrow is there for decoration, I'm assuming, and to really annoy people. So you get 3 days. For me, I would just use these 3 days, and so I wouldn't do the full one. So I just probably right here. And then you can hit continue, and it will show you the schedule. So on June 11th, it will be 99 cents for 24 hours, then $1.99 the next day, then $2.99 the next day, and then it will end by going back to its original price. And so then you can just, if you feel good about that, you can add that promotion, and then you could actually, you know, if you wanted to do other promotions to let people know about it, if you have, you know, a newsletter or fans on Facebook or social media, you could let people know about it. Let others know, like on book promotion sites, that it's going to be discounted to 99 cents. So that's really great in the sense that it's discounted on Amazon and drawing people to it. And then you've got opportunities to let everyone else outside of Amazon's ecosystem know and bring them to your book there. So that is just one example of the Kindle Countdown. Now, one thing I want to mention about Kindle Countdowns is that you don't get to do it in conjunction with a free one. So you only get one Kindle Countdown promotion and one free promotion within the 90-day period. And then once your enrollment starts over, you get it again. You get another Kindle Countdown and a free promotion. They have to be scheduled like separately. Like you can't schedule them at the same time. And also you need to give a couple of weeks between them if you do decide to do that, because due to pricing issues, I can't remember if it's the Kindle Countdown one or the free one, but if you go in and try to do it right after the other one, it will say it hasn't been long enough since your price has changed. They'll make you wait. they'll make you wait a couple weeks before you're allowed to do the other promotion if you want to. So just keep that in mind, because that will help you when it comes to launches, when it helps you when you're planning possibly a series promotion. So that's one of the things that you can do for the Kindle Countdown. Anything else to add or questions for Jeannie?
Yeah, so this, as well as for the other option, the free book promotion, I like to do this over weekdays. So because people on the weekend, they are more willing to spend money. So I don't want to miss that that opportunity. So I like to do this kind of promotions during the weekdays, and then leave, make sure that on the weekend it's actually the full price. Or if you're doing this countdown thing, the weekend is when it's the closest to your actual price, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Let me just go very quickly over some questions maybe related. So Nina is asking, how does one cancel KTP Select after the first 90 days? Do you want to just show the button?
Oh, okay. Let me cancel this and then we'll go back up. Okay, so you'd want to come in here to manage. Okay. And this, do you see how it's automatically renewed? Uncheck that. If you'll uncheck it, then it will kick you out of it. The program, kick you out. That sounds so mean. You will be taken out of the program because you chose to. Nobody's forcing you. And then, you can just save it. So you click that, save it. I'm not going to do that because I stay in there. Okay. And that way you can make sure that you're not enrolled in it again in case you want to go wide and go on, like, when we say wide, we mean other platforms like Barnes and Noble, those types of things. And if you do want to publish on other websites, then it would be really important to study up on how to promote your books on those sites. One thing that I am convinced of, 100% convinced of, is that Barnes and Nobles did not want to sell books. Like, trying to navigate their whole publishing thing, I just wanted to shoot something or the computer, or just, it was very frustrating. So it doesn't make sense. Their algorithms don't make sense. They don't give you the option to do the type like keyword research and things like that. And it's just frustrating. So you better hope that you've search engine optimized everything fairly well for Amazon. That way you can take and copy what you've done in order to put it on all of these other platforms, because they're not nearly as helpful when it comes to pushing your books. So just letting you know. Those are my thoughts on Barnes and Noble.
Yeah,
anyway.
I mean, there's a reason why KTP for ebooks is the most, it's the platform that attracts the most traffic. They must be doing something right for the authors. So this kind of traditional publishing companies, it's just, I don't know the future for them, but it is quite painful. So when you just start, really focus on this, getting to really understand all the functions that KTP has to offer, and understand how to work with AMS ads and things like that. So this should be your primary focus. Prue asked, which order should you do the promo in? So let's, before we answer that question, let's do that free promo, go over the features, and then we can talk about that.
Okay. Okay, so you get 5 days for the free promo, and it's a lot easier. You just basically pick your days. So we encourage you, when you first launch your book, in order to get verified reviews, to make your book free and to actually start with the free book promotion. So let's say you use the full 5 days. Again, you don't have to, but let's say you do. Then what you would immediately want to do is go and tell your reviewers that they can go get this book for free on Amazon, so they don't have to pay for anything. They purchase it, even though it's free, and download it and read it and leave reviews for you. The reason why this is so helpful is because there is a difference between someone who buys your book and leaves a review and someone who just received an advanced reader copy and didn't buy it from the platform. And they just read it and then they go and write a review saying that they wrote a review in exchange for a free book. Those folks, their review is not a verified purchased review. So anyone who actually purchased the book, left a review, it's going to show that it was a verified purchase. So that holds a lot more weight with Amazon and the reviews. It adds to the algorithms and the way that they decide that these books are popular, because what they assume is that someone randomly grabbed it, bought it, and decided to leave a review, not someone that you went and searched for, basically. It wasn't, a review team or beta readers. So they value that a little more because they consider it a very organic review. Okay, so that's the way that you can basically get verified purchased reviews, hopefully a good 10 or 20, because that's kind of the goal, 10 to 20 when you first launch. And just really get some good verified reviewers on there purchasing that, leaving good reviews, and you do it like this. And you can take advantage of this free promotion in a lot of different ways by letting other promotion sites know about your free book. This is really helpful too if you have other books in the series, because then this book is made available. People are more than likely to get it, higher rate of downloads because it's free. And then if they like the book, they already know about you and they're interested in looking at all of your other books that are under that pen name. Okay, so it's a really good push for advertising and launching things. Yeah. So I would definitely consider doing that first, especially when it comes to getting verified purchase reviews. Virginie, thoughts on that?
Yeah, so it's a little bit off topic because I do want to say quickly something about the Facebook group we have for people to get some reviews. So before that, just to recap for Prue, yes, I would start with this, the free book deal. And I don't use the 5 days. I use generally 3 days. So I start say on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I let the momentum that has been gathered to lead people into the weekend where I'm actually going to charge the full price. And then then I might do a countdown deal, or maybe 2 weeks later, I do the remaining 2 days because I only use 3 days. So that's how I would do that. For the reviews, so the whole idea of giving your book for free is to gather momentum. So don't look at it as you wasting money or you're losing money. But look at it as a investment for as a marketing tool so that you can generate more sales. And when you just start, remember you have this honeymoon period with Amazon for every new book. So you really want to build that buzz and get as many impressions of people coming to check out your book. So with that in mind, once you made your book free like this, I would suggest you go into our Facebook page and then you say to people, hey, I've published my book. This is enrolled in KDP Select and there's 3 free days. Can you I'd really appreciate if you can go and buy my book and leave a honest review. So don't ever ask for a positive review, just say honest review. There's a situation where so be really careful if you ask your family and friends to do that, because Amazon has all sorts of way of tracking things, IP address or URL. I don't know how they do it, but it's really quite sophisticated. So they will find a way to figure out if you actually asked for those reviews or I don't know how they do it.
My mom can't leave me a review. She's tried.
Just be very careful. Just be very careful with that. And then in our Facebook page, if you do ask someone to leave a review, what I recommend is you don't make each other friends, because I don't know if Amazon has a way to detect that if you're friends on Facebook, that there's a way for them to block that review or if they block the review, in the best case scenario, they will just not publish that review. In the worst case scenario, they're going to suspend your account. So if you're going to use people in our Facebook page, just don't friend them. No, it's not.
Or
It's
unfriend
not,
them temporarily.
it's not very social. But yeah, don't. I wouldn't friend them. And the other thing is, for someone, say in our Facebook group, they want to get the book and they can't leave a review. And the reason is because they have to have spent $50 in that marketplace. So if it's in US, it's $50. If it's in UK, it's £40. There's a minimum spend, and it's actual spend, not including any discount or any free stuff. So actual $50 spend for them to be able to leave a review. So if you don't see some people being able to leave reviews, that might be the reason. Ultimately, it's up to Amazon whether they are going to display the review or not. It might take up to, so usually it takes 72 hours to get the review shown. Sometimes I know instances where it took up to 2 weeks. So and there's no guarantee that Amazon will leave the review, and you cannot go to Amazon and ask, where's my review, because you're not supposed to know about the reviews. So
Right.
and
here's the other thing to consider. People on Kindle, they are allowed to immediately rate the book at the very end, like that pops up, and you can click on the 5 stars, and that doesn't mean they're leaving a review, like a text review. It just means they gave you a rating, and those will pop up and be shown. And so you may be sitting there going, wait, it shows me that I got like all of these new reviews, but I don't see any new reviews. Like the most recent one was posted at this time. It's because people are going in and saying 5 stars, and that's it. They don't have a place to write anything in their Kindle. They're just giving you a 5-star review or a 4-star review. So that might help clear up some confusion too, because if you've got like all these, extra reviews and no text reviews, that can be a little bit, what happened, why isn't it showing?
So yeah, so I know it's a little bit off the topic, but it's all connected. The purpose of this is really to get review, to build the buzz. So that's why I mentioned it again. Yeah, and the other thing is, you all are at different stages in this process. So we're going to necessarily repeat some of the things that we already covered before. So we apologize, but that's just the nature of this course. Okay, I think that I covered everything I wanted to cover. Let me just go over quickly some of the questions that's related to this, and then we'll cover the other questions. Can you please confirm, so Steph, can you please confirm that the free book deal to get verified reviews, that you email the purchaser to ask for a review?
You don't, you could, no, you can't email purchasers. You can't, because you have no way of knowing who purchased the book. Like, we don't get email addresses from people who have actually purchased the book online. What you can do is send emails to people you already know to go and purchase it and to leave reviews. Yeah.
I think there's 2 set of people. There's your ARC team. So these people, you're going to send a copy of your book before the launch to them. And then once your book is launched, you're going to tell them, hey, my book is launched. Can you please go post the review? So these are people you have access to their email address. But for other people, like customers on Amazon, there's no way that you know who is buying your book, so you can't email them. Steph. Donna is asking, does the deal start straight away, or does it take a couple of days for it to start? It starts straight. You decide. So you can enroll into KTP straight away, but unless you set those things up, it won't start until you decide to start.
Yeah, you got to go in here and just pick your days, like when you think is going to be best. So I've got a book within this series that's going to be released August 31st. So my goal now is to drive people to the first books in this series. So what I would do is I would go in probably in August. And I'd start building buzz for this series and getting more people into that lineup of books so that they will be ready to purchase the very last book in the series that I'm promoting. And so, you know, I'd probably do, some free days here for all of the different books. And then the last week right through here that's available so far. It's showing, I think it's showing what, 90 days ahead. That's as far as it can show. I'm not sure. That's why this is all blocked out. But as it gets closer, then I would sit there and decide, okay, maybe this is when I do countdown Kindle deals for different books in the series to keep getting people into it and keep having people buying it so that once I launch my last one, people are ready to get that. And so it's a different strategy for that one, where I would be doing the free days after that initial push and making sales. I'd probably do it, 1 to 2 weeks later for free days, just because I'm using free days and Kindle countdowns for all the other books within the series. So keep that in mind as well. If you decide to do series, whether nonfiction or fiction, there are different strategies that you can use for that.
Helen asked, can you do countdown deal in 2 lots, 3 days and 4 days later? Yes, you can. If your book is say priced at $3.99 and it's going over from 99 to $1.99, $2.99, $3.99, that's it. You're going to use all the 3 or 4 days, 3 days. That's it. But if your book is still priced higher than that, I think you can still do another batch. Is it how you work?
Well, it just depends on where you want the starting. If they will allow you to do a different starting price on other books, it seems, and you guys can check, it seems like you have to start at 99 cents. So if you're doing a Kindle countdown deal with a book that is $4.99 or $5.99, you're going to be using up all those days for them to go from 99 cents, then $1.99 to get it back up to the price point. If somehow they get rid of that arrow that is just decoration only, and allow you to pick a price point, then you could pick a price point of like $2.99, and then it would be a different story right there. So then you could decide how many days it would actually go, and the price of your book wouldn't matter because you could pick the starting point, the discount. So
but Helen, you can do the free book deal in 2 lots or 3 lots or whatever lots you want to do. So it's 5 days. You can do 3 + 2 or 2 + 2 + 1, or I wouldn't do 1. I would probably do a minimum 2 days just to build a little bit of that momentum. But yeah, so you can do that in a free book deal. You can do that in 2 lots. Donna, it is okay for family and friends to buy your book. It's just the review that can get a bit tricky. So if you want to encourage all of them to go to buy, but I actually specifically said to my family and friends, do not leave me a review, because it did get me in trouble in the past. So they want to do well, they mean well, but I no review, please. Karen, is the minimum spend for US $50 and UK £40? Yes, that's the minimum spend. Steph, how do you get reviews if the Amazon customer has to spend $50? I doubt any of us are going to price our book at this price or above. No, Steph, you are not pricing your book at $50 or above. Your customers, they purchase stuff on Amazon. It's the total spend in the past 3 months, I think.
Is it 3 months? I thought it was 12 months. We'd have to go check on that. Basically, you as a customer, you're not allowed to leave reviews on Amazon if you haven't spent money on their site, is what they're saying. So they're giving you a limit. You don't get to go review things unless you've gone and purchased at least $50 worth of products from Amazon. You don't get to leave reviews for any of these things. But once you do that, then
but it's not just books. They can buy anything on Amazon, as long as it's real, not discounted stuff or no promotion. Real, like they spend like, I don't know, $5 on toothpaste and $10 on.
Right.
I'm going to say something.
But here's the thing. Let's say that you're publishing your book in the US, but you're from the US, but your book is being published in all of Amazon's stores, all of the country's stores. So it should show up in Australia if someone is deciding to leave a review in Australia. So they can leave a review on their Australian Amazon website as long as they have, you know, been buying stuff on Amazon and spending money. And I think a lot of us have, you know, surf on Amazon and get stuff from Amazon. So it's not going to exclude a ton of people. These folks, just before they can leave a review, no matter what country they're in, they just need to be kind of people who occasionally buy some stuff from Amazon and spend some money here and there in order to qualify to leave a review. If you've never gone on Amazon before, then you're probably not the ideal reviewer. So maybe don't waste anyone's time trying to review books for them unless you're willing to just open up an Amazon account, spend $50 for things that you need, and then you can go in and leave reviews on your country's Amazon site. Okay.
Karen, sorry. Yes, I've replied. Karen, oops, on any merchandise or only books to write a review. No, Karen, on spending on anything. So $50 on anything, and then you're good to go. You can write a review. Sandra, does Kindle plan to add a way to leave a comment with the start option eventually? Well, I really wish I know what Amazon is doing. So I can really, no, we don't know. I don't think so. I think it's either you leave a star, 5 stars, say that's the rating, or you leave a review. So the way to leave a comment with the star option is to leave a review. So I think when you go to leave a review, you can first put how many stars you want and then add a comment. So that's already there. Moja, Virginie, can you repeat what to put in the Facebook page? Your voice dropped down and I did not understand what to write or not to write. Moja, just, so I'm assuming you're talking about our aspiring author Facebook page. So once you're in there, first thing first, read the rules, because I think it's just fair that, you know, not everyone is just asking for reviews. It's also fair to, you know, to give reviews to others and ask for reviews. So just read the rules, starting point. And then once you read the rules, so what I would do is I would say, you know, my book has just been launched. It's live on Amazon, and it is, and there's a free book deal going on. If you're using like free book deal, not the countdown deal, there's a free book deal going on, and my book is going to be free until, you know, that date. I would really appreciate if you could leave me a review, honest review. So yeah.
And make sure you put the date on there. Too many people have not put the dates of when their book's going to be free. It's time consuming for folks to click on books and go to the pages and see that they're not free. And so they're wasting time going to books that are no longer free and that they can't review unless they purchase them. So be real specific about the dates that your promotion is going.
My dates in the promotion page are stuck in July. How do I move the dates to June? This is when I try to run a price promotion.
Oh, are we talking about this in Kindle Countdown? Like, are you pushing on your arrow and not able to change it? Because that's how you would move it forward.
Yeah. Donald, contact KTP support. They should be able to help you, because I never had, if I'm enrolled into KTP Select, I can, it works straight away. So if I publish my book today and I select this countdown deal or free book, the date is the date of today. That's when I can start. So I'm not too sure why you can't contact KTP Select. Sorry, KTP support. Okay, all right. So you know what? I'm going to go back at the beginning because I ignored some of the questions. Sorry, guys. I just want to cover the questions related to this topic first. Mike, does the number of sponsored ads for a keyword determine how much AMS ads will cost? Nope. No, unfortunately not. It might determine how competitive it gets. So if you see a lot of sponsored ads, it might mean that there's a lot of people who are advertising for those keywords, which means that your cost might be higher than if there's no one advertising for that keywords. But you can't determine how much it's going to cost you. Okay. John, when we publish a book on Amazon, who do we copyright on the inside of the book when we use a pen name and the publisher that we have made up ourselves, as in Jen Doe from Wonderful Woman Press? You use your pen name and your publisher's name. So if your pen name is Jen Doe, that's the name that you're going to put in there, and then the publisher name, Wonderful Woman Press. If that makes sense, John. How do we figure out how many copies are selling of a book per month? Any book, Vandana? If you're talking about any book, KD Spy? How many copies? KD Spy would give you that information. Yeah, KD Spy will have that information. And also
go to just a single book. Like you need to click on just the single book, and then you can track, how many books and track it with it. And then if you're talking about here, just your own books, you'd go to reports. You click on reports and it will show you how many books you're selling per day, and also how many page reads. If you're enrolled in Kindle Select, how many people have read pages in your books that you're getting paid for per day.
Yeah. Oh, actually, we didn't talk about the page rate. So let's talk about this just quickly before I continue with the questions. So one of the other really advantage with KTP Select is you get paid when people borrow your book. So I mean, it's exactly what I said. So basically, they are members. They have a subscription to Kindle Unlimited, and it costs them $10 a month. And then they get to borrow 10 books of their choice, and the books need to be enrolled into KTP Select for them to be able to borrow those books. And then they can read as many pages as they want, or as no pages at all. And if they don't read any page, you don't get paid. But for every single page they read, you're going to be paid per page. So This is the other really great thing with KTP Select.
They're actually not limited to 10 books a month, because it's just 10 books taken out at a time. It's almost like a library where they're only allowed to borrow or check out 10 books at a time. But honestly, when it says unlimited, they mean it. Like, you just return the books that you've read and you get more, but you can only have 10 on your account at a time, which is why this is so ideal, because you've got voracious readers out there who are, snatching up books left and right and reading every single day really quickly. So it's beneficial, because if folks don't want to pay full price for your book, but they have a Kindle Unlimited account, then it takes away that price barrier for them. They don't care what your book is priced at. If they want your book, they'll just go and borrow it. So you're still getting paid.
I'm quite a good person for that, because I like to read really kind of, I skim, and then
yes, you skim. Oh, don't get me started.
So I don't necessarily want to spend like $5 or $4 every time when I get a book, but with the Kindle Unlimited, I can just go skim and then read, like, and
you can grab a mystery and read the first chapter and the last chapter. You're killing me, Smalls. I can't believe you do this.
You don't have to mention it to everyone here.
You are not supposed to. What is going to happen when I do cozy mysteries? And then you're just ruining it for everyone.
I will just read the first chapter and the last chapter. I'm like, yeah, okay, no, I knew it. That's it.
I do the same, Virginie.
Oh, you're both on my poop list. Cannot believe this. You're supposed to take the journey.
Yep. So you don't need to publicly shaming me.
Shame on you. Shame. I'm so upset about this.
You already did that last time with this Star Wars Trek thing. So
I know there's just so much to talk. We covered a lot in that
Okay.
conversation that needs to be sprinkled throughout all of these trainings now. It's just a way to get to know you, Virginie, really.
Yeah, I know. And for your information, you know how I like to buy domain names? I bought another one last weekend. So
Under what name? Or are we not allowed to know?
I'm not going to say it because it's sensitive.
Does it have anything to do with Star Wars or Star Trek?
No, it's something that's a little bit X-rated. So let's not talk about this. No, this cool.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Now I know what
You're
it is.
amazing. The more I learn about you, the more I like you. I'm so excited.
Secret domain. Yes, Amy, secret domain. Shh. Okay, back to the questions. So what rank do we need to hit to have sales hitting at least 1,000 per month? Vandana,
Isn't that the calculator one? Is that the
no, yes, yeah, but we can't do one number. So let me give you an example. If I'm selling in a competitive category, say keto diet book, my BSR might be quite high in the maybe even hundreds, and I'm still going to hit that $1,000 a month. Versus if I'm selling in a very obscure category, maybe my BSR is 10, and I'm not hitting that 1,000 per month. So
right? Also, the book itself, based on what your price point is for your book, that's also going to change. Considering how many books am I selling a month based on my price point, based on your sales rank, and also based on page reads too. There's actually no way to calculate or to know for sure how many page reads you're going to get in. So with all of that together and all the variables, I don't know how you would ever calculate the BSR on that one. Yeah. You can see, like, based on how many, and rather than looking at it as how much revenue have I made, you can look at it and say, okay, I've got to sell, in order to get this seller's rank, I have to sell these many books per day. So it has nothing to do with royalties, but just how many books you have to sell that day in order to maintain a certain sales rank. You can figure that out. Like on Kindlepreneur, there's a calculator for that, where you type in the sales rank that you want to achieve. It'll let you know how many books you have to sell that day in order to achieve that sales rank.
But and one another, we've been in communication, so we know each other. So I'm just going to be quite open and freely talking to you. So don't take it, as a criticism or anything. But I just think that you might want to focus on other things than that kind of hypotheticals, because it's just a bit in the air.
It would be hard to measure that one. Yeah. I think it would be better to make goals as far as how many books you want sold per day. That's easier to measure for sure.
Yeah. Agree.
And make happen. Yeah.
Okay, Nina. So I think I answered the question. Nina, you can cancel the KDP Select. John, I have seen some workbook type of books as ebooks on Amazon. They give you the ability to hover over a line as in a line in the workbook, and you can type your answer in the Kindle book. So it means that the ebooks need to be workable books. I know there's a way, I don't know for the, so first of all, one step back, I don't really understand the purpose as a consumer. I don't really understand the purpose of having a workbook that's in an ebook format. I like to have workbook, on a paperback so that I can actually write in and do the kind of work in. And I think most of the people are like that. There are some people who like to work on, a electronic format, but I don't think that's the majority of customers' preference. So that's first step. The second step is, CJ, maybe you can, if you upload it in ebook format, so that's going to be Mobi or EPUB, can you then hover over that and write in there?
I've never seen that before. Is he saying that he has and wants to know how to do that?
Yeah, he said he has seen ebooks that are made for workbook,
Huh.
and then you
And
have
it's
the
just an
ability,
interactive ebook?
yeah, then you have the ability to hover over a line and write in, you know, on your laptop rather than physically.
Downloaded from Amazon? Or is this something that was created kind of like a free,
Yeah, I don't know, John. I don't have enough context, but either way, if it's a download, for example, then it could be. But they were still. Can they download a EPUB or a Mobi?
well, you can download a workbook, like you can have the whole setup. I'm just, I don't think I've ever seen like an interactive ebook before in that respect, where you can actually type in, that's not to say it doesn't exist. I'm just wondering how,
If
I see
it's
that.
a, say, a downloadable PDF, then that's very easy. You can just make it a editable PDF document. That's very easy. But what you're saying, John, it sounds like it's actually an ebook on KDP that you can hover over, probably with your Kindle readers or some sort of digital device to read that. I've never seen that, John. I don't know how to do it. I
I'd have
don't
to
know
look
if,
into it.
I don't know
Yeah.
if it's possible to have that in EPUB or a Mobi format, which is the ebook format that you need to use when you upload a ebook on KTP.
Yeah, the reason why I would actually really like to know about that is because once everything is finalized with EPUB and Mobi, I've never seen anybody able to go in and actually just manipulate things like it's frozen. So there would, whatever, I'd like to, I'll talk to some other book formatters that I know and see if they're actually capable of creating like interactive EPUBs and Mobis, because that would be very cool to explore. That's actually really fascinating to me. So short answer, no, we have no idea what you're talking about. So long answer, or we just gave you it, but basically we'll do research and figure it out. How's that?
But I just think, like, think about it, because sometimes we're overthinking this. Just think everything you do, think from a reader's point of view. Would, like, if I'm the reader and I see and I need a workbook of some sort, you know, a log or journal or something like, I never do use a computer. I want the printed version, and, you know, I want paperback, and then I can write in. So it's, yeah, I don't think it's actually going to be super in demand. So
I'd
if
check
there's
for
not enough,
profitability.
pardon?
I'd check for profitability too. Yeah.
Yeah. And if it's not that in demand, I wouldn't want to focus my time and energy on something that's quite obscure that might cater for 3 people. I really want to spend time on the thing that has a lot of demand. Okay. KDP Select, Wandana is asking, if you're on a promotion, how does Kindle Unlimited pay you by page? Do you mean how they track, or?
Yeah, they keep track of every page that's read. So basically every time someone does this on their e-reader to your book, they're like, read a page, they read a page, they read a page. That's how they track it basically. And so they calculate that, and it's basically however many people are enrolled in Kindle Unlimited, there's this, that's the huge pot that every author is getting money from. Okay, so from this huge pot of all the subscribers, they are evenly breaking that up into per page. So you're getting a specific amount of cents per page to get paid basically. So the accumulation of that, if you can imagine, like, let's say you get 20,000 page reads a day or 50,000 page reads a day, you know, you're getting per page read and paid for. And then something that is really nice is that before it was really hard to calculate what that would even be. Now, when you go to your Amazon ads, they tell you exactly how many pages have been read based on who they sent to your ad and bought the stuff. And then they also give you kind of a rough estimate of how much you've made based on how many pages have been read. So that's a nice way. That's not everything, because they're only calculating whatever has happened based on your ad, what your ad generated. So all the other people who are finding your books in other places, you know, you won't know for sure how much what that calculation is. But it's nice to see what your ads at least are bringing in as far as page reads goes. And that can calculate.
Is there a delay?
I do believe that with Amazon, it's like a week delay, a week or two.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then a little bit unrelated, but remember for your revenue report, you're going to be paid with a delay. Is it 60 days or 90 days?
60 days. Yeah.
60 days.
So whatever I make in June, I'm not going to get paid for till the end of, what is the next month? July. August. I'm not going to get paid until the end of August for whatever I made in June. And then for whatever I made in July, I'm not going to get paid until the end of September. So there's, they do this 60-day waiting period, which is thoroughly annoying. There are so many things that are thoroughly annoying about that, but yeah, so that's the way you would calculate that.
Okay. Anthony and Johnny, how much would you profit if the book launched through KDP Select and starts at a low price or free option? Are you giving a flat fee per download or like Audible, or do you need to accept a loss to gain reviews or momentum?
Oh yeah, you're not making anything when they download the book for free. What you're getting though is that momentum and that buzz. And then also verified purchase reviews when people buy that, download it and get the review. So.
And I don't see it as a loss. You're not losing anything. It's just free advertising. If anything, I think you're actually gaining something, because it's, you know,
it's a platform that you didn't have access to before. You have all of their readers and their fans and their, bringing people to your books. And then they're rewarding you based on people who leave reviews and how many people are downloading it. So you're getting a lot of downloads. And then the goal then is to do promotions afterward, just kind of stagger promotions. Don't do them all in one day, one day, one the next day, so that you can keep that momentum going, and have organic traffic going to your website. And then Amazon continues to promote you and to reward you because you're having consistent sales and consistent traffic going based on your staggered promotions throughout the week or the next week or 2 weeks. And if you guys are wondering if promotions should ever stop, the answer to that is no. You should always be sending organic traffic to your books in one form or another, whether it's an ad or social media.
So not necessarily organic, but you should always have some form of promotion and be more aggressive at the beginning, because of the honeymoon period. But you should always have some sort of promotion going on. And someone asked me, how can I get my book visible on KDP? And I said, are you doing any ads? And they said, what's ads? And it is a given that if you want your book to become visible, at least initially, you have to have some ads there. But it doesn't mean that you have to spend a lot, but we just need to get some ads also to gather some data, because we want to know if the keywords that you're using are performing, what's the PPC cost and all those things. So you need to have some. Just remember, there's so many books on Amazon. Unless you have some sort of ads and doing some sort of promotion internally or externally, your book is not going to be seen. Okay, Phoebe, do I need a different ISBN if you publish elsewhere, for example, Barnes and Noble? Yes, you will need a ISBN. If you're just doing publishing books on KDP, it's they will allocate you a ISBN free. But if you're taking off KDP, or if you're going elsewhere, you will have to buy ISBN, depending on which country you are. Maybe some country is free. So it just depends what's the rules in your country. Yeah, and then you have to have a ISBN for each format. So for the ebook, for paperback, for, yeah, that's it, hardcover. Does deal start straight away, or does it take a couple of days? I already answered that question. Sandra answered the question. Jill, all these strategies should be used even if we had it ghostwritten correct. Jill, yes. So ghostwritten, that's just about writing the book. It has nothing to do with those. Everything we mentioned here is about marketing and promotion. And you cannot have even if your book is the most amazing book on the planet Earth, you still have to do some form of promotion. Otherwise, people will not know about your book. Ellen, when we choose the date of the free book promo, how do we know when it starts? Just after midnight? In which time zone?
It should let you know once you schedule it. It'll tell you the exact time, and where, like what time zone and when it's going, so that you'll be able to figure that out from your end.
Joyce, is there a link to the site where your book can be purchased, which you can give to the people you invite to purchase your book and leave a review? Just give them the URL of the book. Do you want to just do an example? Let's just go get a random book.
Okay. Amazon. Awesome. Okay. Oh, Monk. Oh, how I love you.
Click on
okay.
any. Yeah.
Sure. Let's do that one.
Oh dear. Oh dear Lord. And yeah, just copy the URL.
Okay.
And that's it. You just Joyce, you just copy that, and you can just give that link to anyone. Okay. Okay, John. Yeah. So yeah, it's $50 or £40 or whatever the currency is in your country. $50 in 12 months. Thank you. So it's not 3 months. I don't know why I think it's 3 months. Really?
Because Kindle Select is 3 months. We're getting all confused. I thought it was 12 months too. That seemed a little extreme. You have to purchase $50 worth of stuff every 3 months. How rude. It all seems rude, honestly, that there's a price.
Fair enough. So Megan, could you ask your Facebook friends to promote your book to their friends that aren't your friends during the free period? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Karen, can family and friends leave a review if they use a different name? Not trying to be tricky, just wanting to know. Just like under our aspiring author Facebook group, some leave reviews a different name, not their personal name. You will find that Amazon algorithms and all those things are extremely clever. They might use a different name, but they can track the IP address. There's pixels that are attached to the thing, the website that they visited. They have a lot of way of doing this. So
yeah, they can still figure out that. I mean, they can always write a review and try it, but what I have found, just because my mom has actually tried to change her name before, she's like, maybe it's just my name. Maybe if they know that we're not related, then I'll just change it. And I was like, you could try it. And that was like in my infancy doing these things and not realizing that there could be consequences, because it was just odd to me. It didn't work. She couldn't leave a review.
Oh, and by the way, please, if you do go on the Facebook page and ask for a review, make sure that you're not all doing on the same day. It's really suspicious that you don't have a review and suddenly you have 50 reviews on the same day. Very, very suspicious. So, you know, let's look after each other. And if you see there's already a lot of review there, pause, because I wouldn't post another review because I don't want to trigger something with Amazon. Are there other ways to get reviews for a new book other than the Facebook group? Mike,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Tons of
There's
ways.
plenty ways. And we did a session on reviews not that long ago. And there's
Yeah, I
also
think
website.
there are a couple of KPI weekly calls that cover reviews.
Yeah.
And tactics for that.
Wandana, is it accurate? What is accurate? Are you talking about the number of the sales? Is it what you're saying? If so, yes, it's pretty accurate. You know, the number of copy that's sold. If that's what you're saying, it's pretty accurate. Sarah, hi. Do reviews from other countries also showed up on the US Amazon site too?
What they'll do is they'll show the first like country of whatever you're in. They'll show those first. And then if you have enough of them, then they'll have a little section underneath that says reviews from other countries. And they'll show other reviews from other countries. But that's only once you actually start getting quite a few reviews. If you've only got a couple up there.
Yeah. Oh.
Did I freeze? I feel like I froze.
Yeah.
Did you take a screenshot of it? Don't you dare.
Now that you mentioned it.
Virginia has this habit whenever we're in a meeting, if my screen freezes, which happens frequently, and it always happens when I've got like one eye closed and I'm making a really weird face. Generally, I just look like I'm drunk. And she captures it every time. She's got her says like screenshots of CJ. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I have a folder on my laptop desktop called CJ Faces. And I'm making a little library of all the different faces that she's making. So, you know, those are kind of small joys in life. That's you take where you can. So by the way, you're still froze.
Am I still frozen?
Yeah.
No. Am I really?
Yes,
Did you take a screenshot?
Stop your video and put back and to see if that works.
Okay.
Can you? Okay. Can you? Helen is asking. Can you please show us the number? Can you please show us number sales on KD Spy for one book? Are you still with me, CJ? Oh, is it just me or we've lost connection with everyone?
I'm still here.
Are you still here? Okay, she's gone.
And it looks like the participants are still here too.
Hold on. I think she just joined back in. Where is she? Sorry, guys. Obviously, we're a bit challenged. I'm here. Hold on. Wait. Yes, you should share your screen again.
Okay. Why is it not? Am I still sharing? No, I'm not. Am I?
No. Can you do just one book and do KD Spy so that we can show Helen?
Yes. What am I showing? What are we showing?
Do I don't know, 4 hours a week, 4 hours with Tim Ferriss, 4 hours. What is that called even? 4 hours a week work week.
2 hours a week work week?
4 hours work week. Tim Ferriss. 4 hours.
It's 4 hours.
4 hours work week. Yep.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay. So Helen, if you click on that, go to KD Spy.
Oh, I'm not in Google. I'm not in Google Chrome in order to do this. I apologize. I didn't know we were doing that. I didn't set it up for that. Do you want to share your screen?
Quick.
No, I can do it real quick. Hold on. Let me just open this up. Just hold on a second. I'll figure it out. I'll get to it. Okay. Okay. 4 hour work week. Got it. Are we just looking at individual stats? Is that what was?
Yeah. So I just want to show Helen what it looks like.
So what you would do if you wanted to like keep track of this, you could actually just click keep track of sales, and then it would do that for you. Okay. And then you can take a look at how many audiobooks they've sold. Oh, audiobooks is here. It'll tell you its average sales rank, estimated daily revenue for Kindle. You can switch it to paperback and it'll give you those numbers as well. Hardcover.
So you can see there are so hardcover 1,824 copies. Yeah, it's doing really well. So I think, Helen, I hope that answered your question. Oh, where am I?
Oh, I just am.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
I just said.
Okay, Joyce, I think we answered your question. Mike, can you write a low content book with 2 sets of pages instead of having all the pages the same? So you mean a different size, for example, different templates of maybe you want to have like a box with lines and another one is some different template. If so, yeah, you can do whatever you want. Yeah. Okay. Ellen, when I downloaded Christine Berry's book to read and leave review, I received an email requesting to leave a review. I have never received this type of request for any of the other books I have downloaded from our author club. How do we set this up to request reviews from customers?
You'd have to be subscribed to her newsletter list. Like, did that come from Amazon, or did that come from?
Yeah, Ellen, how did you, what's the, where, how, oh my God. What I mean is, where's the email coming from? Is it coming from Amazon or is it coming from Christine's newsletter? If it's coming from Amazon, I don't know if you can use the follow-up sequence in Helium 10 to do for a book. Maybe you can. I'm not sure. I'll go ask Christine. Hold on. I'm just going to copy that question, Ellen, and then I'm going to send it to Christine. Hold on. Christine, here we go, and paste. Sorry guys, just so that I'm not forgetting. Ellen, I'll check it out, and can you remind me on the next call, and then I'll try to get the answer from Christine. How much are you paid per board book page read, please, Sarah?
It varies. It will always vary. It's usually.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it changes. Like at one point it was like 0.005 cents per word or per page, or I can't give you an exact estimate because it varies based on how many people are enrolled in Kindle Unlimited, how many authors are enrolled in Kindle Select, and how much money is in the pot being paid monthly. So it always varies. But one thing is that it always seems to be up. Like it never goes, I've never seen it go down. So more people.
Once you are doing this, you're going to receive, is it monthly email from Amazon? They're going to tell you what's the global funds available in the pot. And I'm sure if you do it, I mean, Sarah, I'm sure.
Well, and it'll break it down. Like it should break it down per page, what you're getting paid for.
But so. I'm honestly, again, that's another thing that I don't really spend time on. It's as long as I know I'm getting paid, that's all what really matters to me. Wandana, will a consumer who is enrolled in Kindle Unlimited see your book if you're not in KDP Select? They will see your book, but they cannot borrow your book.
Right.
Amy, do we get paid for every page read regarding of how much text is on each page?
There's no pages in ebook form. Like they don't consider pages. So they've got a certain metric where it comes to how much information has been consumed per swipe, I guess you could say. So because technically, you know, if in a paperback book, it's about 250 words per page. Okay. But in an ebook, there's just no way for them to calculate that because people are opening and making their fonts bigger and their fonts smaller and changing the fonts. And so it just, it changes. So there's really no way to calculate that.
But yeah, you're going to be paid.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry. I mean, they've figured out the exact way that they're paying you.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't worry about it.
And that's all what matters. I mean, I'm paid. Yeah. Okay, fine.
Yep,
Jill, oh, I'm planning to do cozy mysteries. Are you not going to read all of them? And I have all the domain names you don't buy. So Jill, cozy mysteries, I might deign to read them, but it's more CJ's thing that I just cannot. You know where I get stopped? At the cover. You know
Always at the cover.
Don't judge a book by the cover. Oh, I'm so judgmental with CJ's covers. So
this is unfortunate.
Yeah, Jill, I might read your cozy mysteries.
She's not the target audience for cozy mysteries, romance of any kind, Star Trek, Star Wars. And so really what you have to do if you want to pique Virginia's attention is get a psychological thriller in front of her.
Or a spy book. Spy
the
book.
only way.
I will read it.
I figured out the fiction that is acceptable to her, and that's it.
I don't know if it's a good thing for you to ask me to read them if you write a spy book, because I would be like drawing charts to make sure that your plot is actually working. Like I will find no, that doesn't make any sense. So that's what I do whenever I watch spy movies. You know, I'm like, okay, but no, that started this place. Why are we here? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So I don't know if it's a good idea. But anyways, Steph, domain names, interesting. Do we need a domain name per pen name? I like to buy domain name per pen name. You don't need it, but it is long-term thinking. Because say if you're ready to advertise outside of Amazon, and if say my pen name is Sarah Smith, let's keep it civilized. Let's say like my pen name is Sarah Smith. I want to be able to have a www.sarahsmith.com website so that I can do whatever I want, and Amazon has nothing to say about it because it's my domain name, my website. So that's why I like to buy them, and just in case if I need them. It's what, $10, $15 a year. So I think it's good. It's a good hobby to have. Donald, I posted my book 2 weeks ago and have only gotten 2 purchases. Is that common? I posted my book. I have not run a promotion yet. I have not run a promotion yet. Also, can you run PPC at the same time of running a countdown? No, yes. No, I wouldn't. Why would you do that?
Yeah, you can. Like the Amazon ads. Yeah, you're running those the same time that you're doing a Kindle Direct countdown or a free book. Yeah, you absolutely can.
I don't run PPC. I mean, Donald, you do whatever. Well, I don't run PPC when I'm doing free book, because I consider that the free deal is already driving traffic to my book, and I run PPC when I'm not doing anything free. But that's me.
Well, I do the box sets. So my main focus is on box sets. So that's a little different. So I would say that Virginia's strategy is really good as far as like, if your book's free, pause your ad so that you're not wasting a lot of money on a book that's going to be downloaded. The only way that I would differ in that is if you've got a series. So the more people you push to that free book and get them locked into your series, then that's worth it to use Amazon ads with those other things.
Yeah.
In conjunction.
But then you're actually leveraging each of like all the books in the set in the series. Whereas if you're just doing one book, I wouldn't do the two
Yeah,
together. And then
right.
to answer to your first part of the question, Donald, you have to run some sort of promotion. Otherwise, your book is not going to be visible. And the fact that you managed to have 2 sales without any promotion, that's
Is
pretty
big.
good.
I
That's
know.
pretty
I was
good.
sitting there going, dang, you got 2 sales and you didn't do anything?
Yeah, that's pretty good. The questions and typed responses by Lauren are really clearly expressed. Karen is saying that. Can we have a copy of the Q&A included in the recordings, as I think we can all benefit from this knowledge bank? Please consider. Thank you. Karen, Lauren is actually compiling FAQ, frequently asked questions, so then you can have access to that. Yeah, because as I said, we're going to repeat some of the questions and answers all the time because new people joining this program. So Lauren is actually doing this.
Yeah.
This.
And she gives excellent, thorough, extensive explanations because when she's bored, she's a college professor.
Yeah.
When she's not with us, she's teaching college kids English. So
yeah.
I'm literally just typing word for word what you guys are saying.
Oh, no.
So it's all coming from you.
That's hard. I don't know how you're doing that
That's
so fast.
very hard, especially when I do work out how.
Just taking out the filler words and the stumbling.
Okay.
Than we do.
John actually found a workbook that's in eBook format. Can you copy that in your screen or?
Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah. Okay. So while you do this, I'm going to keep going. I have like 10-15 minutes left. So with KDP report, do you notice a delay with sales and page read numbers? It seems days later. Yeah, Nicole, that's what we're saying. I don't know the exact delay. Did you say, CJ, is about like a week?
I think so. It's a week to 2 weeks. It always varies. Also something very maddening about it because, with like Facebook, you're getting real-time results and seeing exactly what needs to happen when you're doing ads with them. And so sales and things like, yeah, it's delayed with Amazon and I'm not sure why.
Okay. So I let you open that link. In the meantime, let me just keep going with the questions. If a book is sold in the UK, does Amazon convert this back to USD before they issue you with royalty? And if you can, and if so, how can I calculate the exchange rate they use? Now, Amazon pay you in your local currency. So if you're based in the UK, they will pay you in pound, in pound. So yeah. So okay, so if you are selling, say, your books on the US market, and they're sold in USD, then Amazon will pay you in pounds. I don't know how Amazon is calculating the conversion rate. Probably just whatever the conversion rate of the day is. That's why, yeah. So sorry, Donna, I'm not sure if I'm answering your question, but I'm just thinking out loud here. When you get your royalty, CJ, from UK, do you just take the money? You don't really check the conversion, do you?
Yeah, no, I don't check the conversion because it's always changing. Everything's always changing. And then if Amazon has made a mistake, which they've done twice in the entire time that I've done this, they will figure it out. It always registers that something has gone amiss, and then they will send you the difference, which is usually maybe $50 to $100 difference.
What are the benefits of the honeymoon period for Amazon? Oh, Nancy, so many benefits with honeymoons. No, I digress. How do we maximize this time? For CJ, do you want to answer?
Yeah, so free days, definitely. When I talk about staggered promotions, what I mean is don't put all your eggs in one basket in one day. So what I would do is I would utilize the free promotions for a few days. And then I would start looking at different book sites, places where you can pay to have your book showed to their subscribers on their features, those pages. There are like 127 places where you can actually request people to post your book for free. And if they get to it, they will. And to assure yourself that you do get a place shown and a place in their email, you pay like $5 or $10. So it's really not that expensive. A lot of these sites are fairly inexpensive when it comes to promoting your book. And you could do just one site a day and you know, have that planned. So you really do need to plan in advance when it comes to launching your book and do your research to figure out which promotion sites would be most advantageous to do your book, whether it's nonfiction or fiction. Okay.
You're not answering her question. She said,
didn't she say how to maximize the launch period?
No, I don't know. Like I say something and you hear something completely different.
I did hear something completely different. Was it not the launch period?
No,
days?
She's asking what are the benefits of the honeymoon period? For
the honeymoon period. I'm sorry. I thought she said how to maximize it, like how to maximize the honeymoon period.
The second part of the question is how do we maximize this time? So
okay, I answered your second half.
The second
sorry.
part. So see, it's like a goldfish, right? You say first part of the question.
It's true. I only heard the last part, not the first part.
That's
so
it.
apparently I can only handle one question at a time. And I think that
so the benefit of the honeymoon period is Amazon loves new books. So they're going to give you a lot of you know, in their algorithms. I always say algorithms because I don't actually really know what's happening in the background.
The technical word for it.
They seem to give a bit more push for new books. They're going to make it more visible to the readers rather than just buried in page 96. So
yeah, they'll put it in the hot new releases. So whatever category it's under, they've got like 100 paid, 100 free, and then like the top hot new releases within that specific category. So anyone looking for a hot new release, that's one benefit right there.
But as you can imagine, people are publishing new books all the time. So to maintain that top 100, you need to do some work. Otherwise, very, very quickly, your book is just going to be relegated to
buried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much would you spend on ads per week for your first ebook? Edward, so there's two things. There's how much you budget for your ad and how much you actually spend. When I say you spend, Amazon spend for you. So I like to budget minimum $5 a day. But it doesn't mean that Amazon will spend $5 a day. And my strategy is I go very aggressively at the beginning. So I'll go maybe $20 a day, the first 10 days, because I want to, and again, it doesn't mean that Amazon will spend all the $20, but I want to gather some data. I want to be aggressive and see how I'm performing. And then I'm going to scale down. And then by then, in 2 weeks time, 3 weeks time, I will gather enough data on my keywords. And then I'm going to readjust. You know, it's never a set and forget strategy. You have to constantly monitor your ads. Oh, those keywords are not working. Oh, those keywords are doing really well. So I need to spend more because I'm going to get more sales. So yeah, that's what I do. Okay. Yeah, Donna, we've lost CJ. Nothing new.
You've lost me again? Where'd I go?
No, you're here now, but no, we're just saying how you're disconnected.
Oh, I was like, I can see me. Dang it. It happens every time.
Are they, so Helen is asking, so they are estimated and not actual as on X-ray? Helen, are you talking about the sales? Are you talking about the sales estimated? If so, yeah, they're estimated. They are not. I think they're.
Are we talking about KDP and the results or KD Spy?
That's what I'm assuming. The KD Spy numbers, the sales are estimated.
Estimated. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Hi, do we have to pay to use KD Spy? Ebony, send an email to customer support. So customer support at knowledgesource.com.au. Ellen, so the email to request for review come from Amazon. That's what you're saying, okay? The review request come from Amazon. So I need to check. Okay, Christine just said I didn't set anything up. Maybe Amazon just like my book.
I know that Amazon takes, like, if Amazon has your email address in their account, like their information, they keep track of what you order. And so what they'll do is encourage you to leave a review. So that's kind of a standard practice for Amazon. And I get that for books and other products as well. And usually ignore it because I don't generally go in and write reviews for, like, I don't know, headphones or something like that, you know? So I think that's just Amazon trying to get you back to their site. Leave a review, maybe shop around a little more.
Christine, Virginie, who do you buy your domain name from? I buy them from Namecheap. A lot of people also buy from GoDaddy. Because I'm cheap, I found that Namecheap is slightly cheaper than GoDaddy. I was talking about a few dollars. So that's how stupid it is. But
you're only paying $2 for a domain?
No, a few dollars cheaper. So say if something I buy on GoDaddy will cost me $15, on Namecheap I might pay only $11. That's the kind of saving we're talking about. Hey, there's no small savings. So that's, yeah. But whatever you do, my advice is for you to buy from the same spot. So don't buy some on Namecheap and some on GoDaddy and some somewhere else, because it's just going to be really hard to keep track of
it all together. Yeah, and they're hosting that, aren't they? Like
so
they're
GoDaddy is doing the hosting. They can do the hosting, but there's a way of doing free hosting as well. But let's not open that Pandora box, because I just, yeah. Can you change servers once you establish your domain name? Also, where did you get that $10 per year domain name fee? Thank you. Naila, you can change your server, but it takes a little bit of a tech skills to transfer the host. It can be done. It's not that hard, but yeah, it can be done quite easily, especially say for example, a website like GoDaddy. It's really easy. They have actually a button, transfer. Same for Namecheap, there's just transfer domain, and you can just transfer them. Where did you get that $10 per year domain name fee? All the domains I buy are costing me between, I don't know, $10 to maybe $20 maximum, and that's it. That's on all the platforms I go to: GoDaddy, Namecheap, Bluehost. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't spend more than $20 on a domain name. Would you also suggest getting a domain name for your low content brand names, Louis? Yeah, I would. If say you're doing, I don't know, if I'm doing a lot of low content book that are in the same genre, say for example, different journal for different type, maybe for kids, for men, for women, so it's in the same genre. So I might have something like joyful journaling publishing, yeah, something like that. Yes, Louis. So that, yeah, I wouldn't probably now do a pen name, because yeah, I just wouldn't. I probably use like a publishing company name. Lauren is so humble. Lauren, you have a big fan. Karen, she's like, yeah, she's really, really good. Donna, I'm in Australia. This is a really good thing, Donna, but for about what? Oh, the payment of the royalty, I think you're saying. So yeah, so whatever you are selling, on whatever marketplace you're selling, when you're going to receive your royalty, you're going to receive in Australian dollars. So Yeah, so it might not add up exactly, because just remember the conversion rate change all the time. I don't know how it is done exactly. You have to maybe send an email to the KDP help and ask them how it is done, or like if there's a specific day they do the conversion, or what that is. But I don't know the exact answer. And I'm based in Australia, but I'm getting paid into my US bank account. Sharon, regarding public domain work, is there a quick way to find what has already been submitted to Amazon other than manually searching one title at a time? The market looks quite saturated already. Sharon, I don't know of a quick way. I think you just have to say, I don't know, Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice, Google that in Amazon and see if what's already selling there and how competitive it is.
You can do that with Katie Spy. If you just wanted to type in Jane Austen,
yeah,
and just click the Katie Spy button and see what pops up there.
Yeah, and how many are popping up? So if there's hundreds doing Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice, probably not a good one to go.
Knock away.
Do you have a list of those 127 book sites where we can promote our books? Yes, so if you just Google, Lauren, maybe you can find that for Sandra. If you just Google Kindlepreneur 127 book site for book promotion, you should be able to find that article, and then maybe you can let Sandra know. Nancy, you guys are too much. I take it as a compliment, Nancy. Always in doubt, I take it always as a compliment. Christine has a message for Donna. Amazon does convert the rate into US dollars if you sell in a foreign country, but they do not give you the actual exchange rate as it continues changes. So if you, Donna, you're based in the where's the question? You distracted me, Lauren. Okay, I've lost it. Okay, got that. So Donna, you're in Australia, you're going to be paid in Australian dollars. So Amazon will convert into Australian dollars. Nyla, can we receive the link / addresses people of the 127 sites? Lauren, can you just post that in maybe in the chat?
She just did.
Yeah,
it just popped up in the chat. So,
and I think I'm pretty sure it's also mentioned in the training videos. Yeah. No, I got you back. I don't know. Anyway, that's all right. What frequently do you monitor your, Christine? What frequency do you monitor your ad keywords? Daily, weekly, bi-weekly? When I CJ, I don't know if you do differently. When I just start, I monitor daily. And then probably every second day. Yeah, every second day. Oh,
yeah, because what you don't want to be spending money on a keyword that Amazon's pushing just because it makes them money, because the click rate's really high, but you're not getting any sales from it. So it's really good to go in there and check and make sure that you're not, paying for a keyword that's not working for you for too long, that you can get rid of it.
Nicole, yeah, cheap. That's me. Nicole, should we put a ACX promo code for a free audiobook on the aspiring author group? Nicole, you can, if you can do a ACX promo code. Someone asked me, because I did try to put my book on ACX and have a ACX account, but I'm based in Australia and it looks like they are not going to let me do it. So for those who are in Australia, so officially the only countries where you can do it, it's US, if you're US citizen, UK, Canada, and Ireland, and then you can have an ACX account and do audiobooks. I tried being based in Australia with my Australian ID. I managed to open an account, but I think it doesn't work. So that's where I'm at with this. I can't remember who asked me about it, but that's, yeah. Nyla, regarding public domain, does that 100 or 90-year-old book age refer to international books as well? Each country has different period after the death of the author that you need to comply with for the book to fall in public domain. And also, without getting too much in details, you can extend you can extend the rights on the book depending on the publishing company. So if, say, Stanford bought the rights to a book, they can extend that, so that book, even if it's been 100 years since the death of the author, that book might still not be in the public domain. Can you expand on what is not working on keywords in ads?
Let's say that you're spending money on clicks, but you're not getting sales. You're not getting orders. That means that Amazon just keeps sending people to that ad. People keep clicking on that ad and people are not buying from you. So it's time to disenable it, essentially. It's time to say, Amazon, you need to stop using this particular keyword. We're just wasting money on it. And then they will divert those impressions or the ad to different keywords. So you have to monitor it. It's just a lot of different tweaking and things. We did do a video recently, maybe last month, on how to set up an Amazon ad. And we also went over looking at keywords, how to look at them, how to determine whether or not they're working. So if you go back in and watch that video, it will help explain a lot.
Yeah. Karen, Virginia, your experience are not cheap.
Well said. Well said. Also, don't encourage this woman.
Does Amazon, yes. Does Amazon know when it is you, the author, your Amazon account, when clicking on your own book, so you do not pay the PPC? No. If you have a sponsored ad, do not click on your sponsored ad. Go to the organic one. So yes, no. Okay, I think I answered that. And maybe like lucky last, Alisa, do you get paid into your Seller Central account, or do we get paid through KDP separately? Separate. So KDP is for books separately, has nothing to do with Seller Central account, which is for your physical products. And I think we're there. I mean, that's
pretty good. Did we answer all the questions?
Oh no, Megan, no. Okay, this is the last one. We really got to go. For the non-Americans, is it best to set up a US bank account to reduce the exchange fees and get direct electronic transfer from Amazon? I set up a US account, USD account with Wise, and then they will give you a US bank account to use for Amazon. I had to put $20 in the account to get the US bank account. It's my $20 to spend at any time, so no real cost involved. Wise only charges fees when I transfer to my old bank account. It's cheaper to leave money in the USD account. Megan, so yeah, so I would not give, so let's say I'm based in Australia, and I would not give my Australian traditional bank account like Commonwealth or ANZ. Instead, I will have either a bank account with Wise or with OFX or any of those foreign currency transfer company, because yes, the fee will be much less. So Amazon will pay your royalty into your US account as part of the OFX or Wise, and then when you want to transfer money back home, you can benefit the more preferential exchange rate from Wise to your Australian bank account. So, and you can't do that for any other countries, UK, Canada, or all those things. So there's a few of them. There's OFX, there's Wise, there's Pioneer. I don't like to use Pioneer, by the way. And that's the major ones. And there's a lot of other ones, but OFX and Wise, those are the most common ones that we use. Okay. All right, done. Are we done? I just have a quick look in the chat one. I think Lauren has kept the chat under control. So everyone is.
He's amazing.
Yeah, so that's great. Okay. Well, that would. Nancy, no. Okay.
Did Nancy put another one in there? She's
I don't like Pioneer because I don't find that very easy to use. Yeah, so that's just me. I really like Wise. I just find them much easier to use. OFX is pretty as well. Yeah, for some reason I just don't like Pioneer. But that's me. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for staying until the end, for being patient, and let us take our time to go through all the questions, and also make our silly comments along the way. Yeah, I think that's it. That's been good. Thank you.
That's it. It was good to talk to you guys. We'll see you later. Unless you found another question. Is there another question, Virginie?
John will look at this. Did you get the link, CJ, from John's workbook?
No, did he put it in the chat? I wasn't even paying attention, to be honest with you.
I'm sure Lauren had it covered.
It's in the Q&A, but I can copy it into the chat.
Oh, I was looking in the chat for it. I didn't realize.
Can you actually Skype that link to me so that I can have a look as well? Because I'm interested too. Okay, done. All
right, done.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great weekend soon, because it's Thursday here, so it's almost a weekend. Have fun while doing this. It shouldn't be a chore. You should really enjoy doing it. And quality of your book is always the first thing. Always. And then and we're going to be here for more questions to come, I'm sure.
You just can't get rid of us. We're like cockroaches.
No. Thanks, Lauren. Thanks, CJ. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.